Hey everyone, I guess we're live. Welcome to my third webinar, and I hope you're ready for some business and marketing mojo. And today we're going to talk about the 10 things or secrets, if you want, that will actually guarantee you that your articles will be read and shared virally. Okay? Because this session is also recorded and you will have access to it after the webinar is done. I will go ahead and start. I will screen share with you my desktop so I can share with you the presentation. There is a slight delay, usually between 5 seconds to 30 seconds. So at the end, I will wait for you to ask questions, but you can also ask questions along the way. If you don't understand something or you want me to go over one concept again, just let me know. There is right below, there is a chat box that you can use. You can sign up with Twitter or Facebook and ask questions or chat with other people. Okay, so let's get started. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Doesn't look good for me. I hope you see the screen okay. There is a delay, as I see, probably about 30 seconds. Okay, just give me a few more seconds to figure this out, okay? Apparently it's working. So I'm gonna hit play now. Okay, the title of this webinar, again, is the 10 secrets that popular bloggers or pro bloggers use that actually guarantee their articles will be read and shared. And my name is Mihai Herman, and I'm your host today. A little bit about me. I'm a business coach, and I blog over at mailextravaganza.com, mail-extravaganza.com. I have 5 years experience online, and I learn from people like Marie Forleo, Neil Patel, or Noah Kagan from AppSumo. In these 5 years, I've owned 7 small online businesses. I also graduated power engineering. It's not relevant, but I like to brag about it because I graduated last year, but I would probably never do anything about it because I'm so in love with business and marketing and helping people succeed. I also own 3 blogs that generate over 100,000 page views each month. Enough about me. Today we're going to talk about how you can generate article ideas for an entire year, as promised on the landing page. What plugin to install for more shares, how to reduce bounce rate, how to write and structure your articles so that they are easy to be read by your visitors, and how to make your articles Pinterest ready, along with other things that I'm going to cover as well. So if you are ready, because I was born ready, let's talk about the first secret, and it's the basic. It's the basic of starting a blog. It's your content calendar. As I've talked in my other webinars, planning is key, and failing to plan is planning to fail. When it comes to content marketing, the first thing you need to plan is the articles that you're going to write. And I know it's tough. It's tough to come up with if you only write one article per week, which is more than enough, by the way, you need 52 article ideas to cover one year of blogging. Okay, and if you have the articles planned ahead, you don't get to procrastinate and find other things to do that are not as important as writing an article, because you don't have the ideas. So in order to not find excuses along the way, you need to plan and find article ideas right now. As you probably know, not every article gets a lot of shares and views, but what if there was a way to raise your chances with each article and that you write that will get more shares and more views each and every time? As I promised you, I'm going to share with you 8 questions that I first found these questions at Kate McKibben, and some of them I took from Marie Forleo. And Kate, she owns a big fashion blog, and now she has courses on how to launch and market your blog online. And she was actually one of my first mentors. And these questions will actually help you focus on, most of them will help you focus on what problems can you solve, or what problems do your visitors have? What questions do your visitor ask you? And if you're just starting out, you can actually leave this question aside and you can jump to the other question. I believe is the 5th question. What kinds of things do your friends or colleagues ask you for your help the most? What are the biggest, most painful or stressful problems of your readers? If you're a beginner, you can skip this, or you can find a few forums that are related to your topic and hang in there for a while and see what questions get asked the most. Use Reddit and see. The Reddit is structured in subreddits, and you can find a subreddit for any topic or industry you can think about. Just browse there and see what questions do people ask the most. Again, if your readers had 3 wishes, what would they be? You need to be able to put yourself in the shoes of your readers. And now we're going to talk about you. What are you most passionate about? What makes you angry? What have you overcome in your life? And about what topic would you like to know more of? The last one is so easy, because you will be so passionate to research and write an article about it, because you actually do this for yourself. You don't have to write this down, because I will also send you these questions by email after the webinar. There is also another way to generate article ideas, and it's through this amazing tool called buzzsumo.com. And wouldn't it be nice to have access to a tool that will automatically give you content ideas that are proven to get lots of shares from influencers in your niche or your industry, or from big websites that get millions of views each and every month? Well, this is exactly what BuzzSumo does. And I'm going to show you how it works. The first step is you need to sign up for a free 14-day trial account. Their price is $99 per month. And I really recommend you to set some time aside once you sign up for the trial to complete this project and find content ideas for your whole year. Because if you're starting out, I know it's pretty much to pay $99 a month each and every month only to have access to this tool. You can probably use the free trial right now and purchase 1 month after 3 months, and then again after another 3 months, so you don't have to spend that much money. Step 2 is to make a list of competitors. Make a list of other bloggers, other coaches, other websites that have blogs that blog about the same topic as you blog or you'd like to blog about. And step 3 is to run each competitor through BuzzSumo. This is how BuzzSumo looks like. And at the top, you see that I choose chriscarr.com. She's a very successful coach and has a very successful blog. And you put in the URL, hit search, and on the left-hand side, you can select the date range. I just left for the past year because mostly a lot of articles are evergreen, so they're not like news articles. And on the right-hand side, you can select to view the most shared articles by social network. You can see that her article about mini raw vegan almond joy bars got almost 25,000 shares on Facebook and a lot of shares on Pinterest. So you can actually see that the first 2 social networks for her are Facebook and Pinterest. There are 19 pages of content from chriscarr.com that you can go through and find articles that get a lot of shares. I would stick to articles that have at least 1,000 shares on social media. And you can do the same with another at least 5 other competitors or 10 competitors and find articles that you would like to write. The 4th step is you just have to write down all the great content ideas that you found. And an extra tip for you is to only save content ideas that you'd like to write. Otherwise, you will get frustrated and won't write a single article. That's why it's better to have 10 competitors and go through each and every article. It should only take you like 15 minutes per website, and take notes of which articles you'd like to write. You can also save those open those articles and save them in an Excel file, so you have inspiration for when you are writing your own article that is similar to the one you just saved. The second secret is a very cool plugin by SumoMe. It's called Share. And if you want people to share your articles, you need to make this. You need to make it as easy as possible for them to actually do that. I'm a big fan and believer in floating buttons because they are always right there with you, so that you can share the article at any point while you're reading. Your readers won't have to scroll up or down and look for your share buttons because they are right there with them. You might ask yourself, what are floating buttons? I forgot to put a picture. Okay. The floating buttons are those buttons on the left or right hand side of your article that come with you down if you scroll. They are stuck with you all the way to the bottom of the article and make it easier for you to share. Which social buttons should you select? Because you cannot leave, I believe they offer 30 different social buttons. But as we all know, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google Plus, and even Buffer are the first, and WhatsApp as well, are the first and most important social networks. But in order to see which are the most used in your industry, you can use BuzzSumo as well. And you have to go there at the top at content analysis, put in the URL again, and hit search. Wait for about 10 or 15 seconds, or it depends on your network connection. And it will show you on which social network Chris Carr or other competitor gets the most shares. As you can see with Chris Carr, she gets the most shares on Facebook and Pinterest. So if Chris Carr is your competitor, or you want to become like Chris Carr, I would recommend you focus on Facebook and Pinterest. How many buttons should you leave? A lot of people recommend to only leave 2 or 3 buttons because people get confused and don't know on which social network they would love to share. I've actually tested this, and I cannot say it works in all industries. For my fashion and lifestyle blog for women, I've tested this, and I've only left Facebook, Pinterest, and WhatsApp, but I did not get more shares on those social networks than the month before, when I also had Twitter, Buffer, and Pocket. Some people, especially in business and marketing industries, they tend to get more shares if they only leave 2 or 3 buttons. But my recommendation is to test for 1-2 months with 2 or 3 buttons, and then with 5 buttons or 6 buttons the next 2 months, and see how the stats evolve. Share by SumoMe offers you stats with a free version for the last 7 days. If you want to see stats for the whole year or for all time, you need to upgrade to the Pro version, which is $20 a month. I believe it's pretty much for only this, but you have 14 days free trial. So you can wait 4 months, do these 2 tests, and at the end of 4 months, sign up for the free trial, analyze, and decide how we want to do from now on. I have a pro tip for you, and the pro is to experiment with WhatsApp on desktop devices and see what results you get. If you take this logically, WhatsApp would get more. You would get more shares on WhatsApp on your mobile device, right? But it didn't work for our fashion and lifestyle blog. We got today. I just analyzed this today, and we had in the last 3 months we had 5 or 7 shares on WhatsApp from mobile devices, and 77 shares on WhatsApp from desktop devices. So I would recommend you to leave WhatsApp on your desktop device as well. And we got to secret number 3. Secret number 3 is all about articles and writing longer articles. Everyone is telling you to write longer articles if you read any of the marketing blogs out there, but because that's how you rank in searching engines higher, but they don't tell you the science behind it. It's not enough just to write longer articles if they are not structured at all. One of my clients recently asked me, what's the deal with longer articles? Because people don't read 3,000 or 5,000 word articles anyways. And that is correct, but there are some benefits behind writing longer articles. As you can see, this is a study by SERP IQ. Longer articles rank higher in search results. The first 5 or 6 results in search engines have over 2,000 words. So if you're just writing 400 words articles, it's kind of impossible to rank higher in search engine, no matter how low competition your keyword is. Another benefit is that by writing longer articles, you will be seen as an expert. The longer the article, the more people will see you as an expert. The third benefit is that you will actually get relevant backlinks. If you manage to pick a broad topic, do some research and create the best article on that specific topic, people will be more likely to see you as an expert and to actually link to that piece of content, which leads to great SEO, great backlinks. Backlinks from relevant websites actually tell Google that you provide value, which will get you higher search rankings higher rankings in search results, besides getting targeted traffic from those websites as well. So it's win-win-win-win for everyone. Benefit number 4, with longer articles, you get to answer more than one question. You get to use more than one keyword. People don't read everything, but everyone reads something. You can provide value to more people by writing longer articles. And if they are structured well, which we'll get to that in a minute, you will actually get more subscribers. By using a lot of keywords that are low competition than your main keyword and get probably only five searches each month or 10 searches each month, and you wouldn't focus on those. But by having a longer article, Google will start ranking you for those as well, which means only more traffic for you. While you write amazing pieces of content, long, valuable, and you also need to consider how you structure them, because indeed people don't have time to read your whole article. People don't have time to read 3,000 word articles or 5,000 word articles, because there is so much information out there. And also some people like to watch videos. I said forget font 12 because it's so small, and here you have 2 examples. Is one article that is wrote with font 10, and it has no headings, no bolds, no nothing, so nothing stands out in this article. And on the right hand side you have a different article that has headings. With longer articles, people scan through your content, and if something pops up, they stop and read your content. If nothing pops up, as on the article in the article on the left, people will just leave. if people leave, that means a higher bounce rate. For my websites, I use the font 15. And for the women's website, I'm actually testing now and see. Copyblogger, for example, which is one of the biggest blogs in the world, uses font 16 as well. It's easier to read. It's easier to read on any device, and it will get people to come back to your website. If you have poor structure, as I said, you get higher bounce rate. People find you, but because nothing stands out, they will immediately leave. A high bounce rate will actually tell Google that your website does not provide value, which is bad, and will get you lower search results, lower rankings in search results, sorry. There are a few ways to make your articles more reader friendly. And the first and most important thing that you can do is to use subheadings, as you saw right here on the right. Use subheadings. People know what's the theme of those particular paragraphs, and they can decide if they're interested or not. They don't have to read your whole content. But you say, I want people to read my whole article. If your article is 5,000 words long, out of 100 visitors, probably only 2 or 3 will actually read the whole article. But if your article is not structured right, no one will read your article. No one will actually read anything from your article. That's why you need headings and subheadings to catch people's attention. Get back. Make use of line breaks. They look minimal and give you a nice design to your articles. Bulleted lists, numbered lists. Make good use of bolds and italics, but don't use them too much. I usually like to make with bold small pieces of content to stand out. That's very important. As an extra tip, structure your articles in small chunks of text. Just 3 or 4 sentences at the most. Keep it at 1 idea per paragraph. It's kind of demoralizing to see a big chunk of text and try to find something interesting, and people just skip. If they see this manageable 3-4 sentences, they will be more likely to read your article. Again, if you have any questions, please use the sign up with the chat and ask me anything, and I will do my best to give you an answer. Let's move on. Catchy titles. They are so important because the title is the first thing your visitors see when they first visit your blog. When you share something on social media, people will click if they find your article interesting. They don't know how much value you offer inside the article, and it can be the best article in the world on a specific topic. They don't know how well structured it is. They only see your title, and that's why it has to be good, actionable, catchy, and clear. When people read your article, your title, they need to know what is it about? What do you provide? And I have for you a few examples of bad titles and good titles. Example of bad titles. I've seen this, unfortunately, and people just write an article and name it monthly goals or tips about email marketing. But tips about email marketing, it's so broad and people will not click on that. My morning routine. What's about your morning routine? Healing properties of turmeric. How many? Find your dream job. And now I'm going to give you examples of almost the same titles, but good titles, actionable, that provide value and make you want to click. The first title is from Noah Kagan from okdork.com. What I learned about email marketing after losing $135,000 per day. Makes you want to click, right? Another one is from Chris Winfield. How to create a success-based morning routine, the ultimate guide. 13 things I've learned writing 1024 gratitude lists. It's very intriguing. How to find your dream job, steps, tips, and expectations. You know exactly what you'll find. You will find steps to find your dream job, a few tips, and what expectations you should have. And 10 healing properties of turmeric you didn't know about. Make good use of lists. People love lists, they're easy to digest, and they usually get more shares than regular articles. As a pro tip, I would say you focus on how to and list articles if you want more shares. These types of articles are actionable and clear. And we got to secret number 6. And this is a tricky one. Tell a story. As Simon Sinek says, stories sell. If you want to sell something, tell a story. Begin each article with a short but intriguing story. This way you catch people's attention and they are hooked to read the rest of the article. It doesn't matter if it's a how-to article or a simple list article where you enumerate gluten-free recipes. Think about how you ended up trying gluten-free. When was the first time you tried gluten-free? Who told you about gluten-free? Or do you know any success stories with gluten-free, with a gluten-free diet from your friends or family? Think about this and try to write a short story about that. People will be more likely to read the rest of your article if you start with a story. People love, as I told you before, people love to read how-to articles and lists. They are the most shared types of content on the internet. But what makes your article different than your competitors? Your story. Because anyone can put together a list article. Just do some research, compile a list, and write it, or rewrite that content in your own way. But to write a list article that also shares 1 or 2 interesting stories along the way, that's what I call art. And it's something that you can learn as you write more and more. Ask yourself, is your article unique and built around your story and personality? Stories sell, as I told you before. Stories create emotion, and stories will make someone better relate with you and subscribe to your list for more content. Don't be afraid to tell another story inside the article. It doesn't have to be just at the beginning. The more stories you you tell in the article, the more authentic you are, and the more people will connect with you, with your true self. The seventh secret is to have your articles, to make your articles image friendly. If you're building a list article, I recommend you create an image in Canva for each point. It's very easy. Here you have an example of one of my articles that was published on pickthebrain.com. And it was a list article, like 12 enjoyable steps to a more balanced life. But for each point, I've created a simple image. People love visual content, and creating an article that has a simple picture for each point, or for at least, if you have 12 points, for at least 3 points in your article, will make your article stand out in front of all the other articles that share similar information. Will make your article Pinterest friendly, which is the big hit right now, especially in your industry with nutrition and recipes and healthy lifestyle, quotes, and all of that. If you share quotes, take a few minutes to create an image. It will raise your chances of being shared on social media, especially on Pinterest. You can share a quote just like that in content. It will look good anyway, but if you take 2 more minutes, and it's really that easy. I will share with you in a few seconds. If you take 2 minutes to create a picture, a shareable picture, will make will make a big difference. How you can create an image very fast? First is Canva, canva.com. Easy, free. They have a lot of templates, icons, anything you want, really. And another even easier way is Pablo by Buffer. I believe it's buffer.com/Pablo. The new version lets you create quote pictures, and they also give you quotes that you can use. You have a shuffle button, and they just generate quotes for you. All the images are free to use. They are royalty free. So honestly, in 15 seconds, or let's say in under 30 seconds, you can have one image ready to be published on your blog or shared on social media. It's that easy. Don't forget to watermark each image with your website link. This way, when people share your article, share your image, and they don't include the link, if people want to know more, if people love the image, they can find your website in the image. Share quotes as images. We've covered this. And images make your article friendlier. Yep. And don't be lazy. As I've told you before, it's very easy and fast, because we all want things to go fast, right? Okay. The 8th secret is about the image share plugin. This plugin is by SumoMe as well. And you might ask yourself, but I have the other plugin, the other share plugin. why do I need this plugin as well? Well, you need this plugin because it shows share buttons right on each image inside your article. This is what I'm talking about. You see those, I don't have my mouse. You see those 3 social buttons right in the middle of the image. When you hover over each image on your blog, you actually, those buttons appear. If you click, a new window opens up and you can share that on your favorite social network. And second, you get up to 4 times more shares on Pinterest with it. How? Well, for our fashion and lifestyle blog for women, estilotendencies.com, we get on average between 3 to 6 shares on Pinterest through share plugin. But with image share plugin, we get on average between 15 and 20 shares each and every day. So that's exactly why you need this plugin, because it makes it much easier for people to share pictures. And when people share pictures from your blog, especially on Pinterest, a link will be created back to your article. The 9th secret, we're getting closer. So you've got a lot of traffic to your website, but the moment the visitor finishes reading an article, there's nothing left for him to do, and he just leaves. What if you could keep those visitors longer on your website and have them read more than just one article? That's where related, recent, and popular post plugins come into place. Usually these days, all templates come with a related post section at the end of each article, but if yours does not have one, you can install a plugin and get going. There are a few out there, but everyone seems to recommend Wire, yet another related post plugin. I've never used it myself, so I cannot vouch for it since my templates provide that, but I'm sure it's pretty easy to set up and it will look awesome. And as far as I know, it's also free. They probably have some pro version, but I'm sure that with the free version, you can get started. This is how it looks for me, and it's right below the article, so that when people finish reading my article, they have other related posts that they can read. And they usually, I don't know the settings with this plugin, but you can usually choose between to show related posts by categories or by tags. The second option is recent posts. This actually appears in your sidebar. This is a widget that you can use. I have, for my blogs, I have, at least for the women's blog, we have recent posts and also popular posts. You can have them both. This way, your visitors have a lot of options when it comes to staying more on your site and reading more of your awesome content. It also reduces bounce rate, which I told you before how important it is. An extra tip is to create this yourself. You don't need a plugin for this. You just go in canva.com, select use custom dimensions, and create images like the ones you can see in this picture. This is what we did with our women's blog, and the pictures are 300 pixels wide. It depends on your template. It might be too big or not enough. And we just put those pictures in the sidebar in a widget area with links to those specific articles. People are more likely to click on images because they stand out. And even though it's pretty hard to set it up so you can track how many people click on your related posts at the end of the article, we get around 400 clicks just on these images in sidebar each and every month, which means that 400 visitors read more than just one article on our blog. Just with these simple images that we've created in probably 1 hour and set them up on the blog. As I said, these pictures were created in Canva. Make sure you write something on each picture, otherwise no one will click on them. Also, make sure that the title is not too long or the font is not too big. If people cannot easily read that, they will not click. It's really that simple. If you need more examples, or if you want to copy what we did with our blogs, you can visit the blogs below and click on any article and just study the sidebar. The first one, estilo-tendencies.com, is our fashion and lifestyle blog for women, and the other one, male-extravaganza.com, is my personal blog when I write about all things self-development, entrepreneurship, and even style. And the 10th secret, it's a very simple and quick tip, but a lot of people don't consider this. Your visitors need to hear you asking for a share. They don't think about it. Most people are not so used to sharing every piece of awesome content that they find on the web. That's why you need to ask them for that, and since they got to the end of your article, they probably loved it and would really love to share your article on their social media profiles. Don't be ashamed to ask for a share. This is actually how it looks on our women's blog. At the end of each article, we have this fancy block. How you can create this, this is actually a short code that we get with our template. That's why it's very important when you choose a template to make the right decision. I talked about how you can choose a template in my second webinar. And as you can see, this is where I put the picture, the floating social buttons. As you can see, they get with you to the end of the article. And when you ask people to share your article, they are right there, and it makes it so easier for your visitors to share. Make it stand out. If you cannot create this block, you can easily use a subheading 3 or 2 and use a few bolds and make it stand out so that people actually see it. I believe this was it. Yep, this was it for today. If you want to get started, you can schedule a free coaching session with me. You can actually, there's a link there's a button actually next to the chat box that you can use, or you can go to bit.ly/free session Mihai. What will you get? You will get a session, a meeting with me where you can ask me anything, and I will do my best to provide you with answers, or I will do research and get back to you on each question. And second, you will get 3 actionable tips to improve your business. The meeting usually lasts up to 30 minutes, but you don't have anything to lose. It's free. You get a few actionable tips to improve your business online. And you might get some of your questions answered. If you know you need a coach, then I also offer a 3-month program with weekly session, where I can help you publish an article on a big publication, organize a webinar or a seminar in your local area, make your business more authentic, work on your likes, dislikes, and how you can put more of your personality on your about pages and everywhere on the blog. If you don't have a website, I will help you launch it. I can help you analyze competitors and build relationships with influencers and big bloggers and coaches in your industry. I will give you insider tips on what works and what doesn't, and I will help you focus and keep you accountable. If you are ready to get started, you can just email me at mihai@mihaiherman.com. I know some of you are IAN students, and they give you, as part of the membership, they also give you a website that you can create in Live Edit. But I hate to tell you this, but all of the plugins and a lot of other cool tools that are available for WordPress are not available for Live Edit. And Live Edit is very limited, and you will not take advantage of any of the cool plugins that I've shared with you, because I believe all of them are for WordPress. Because WordPress is this big platform, and it's not worth it for developers to invest and create for smaller platforms. I can help you launch your dream website, your dream blog, work on creating freebies that people actually want and would love to download them, work on a content calendar that will get you higher rankings and help you build relationships that will last a lifetime. As I said, if you're ready, just email me, mihai@mihaiherman.com. If you are a health coach, you can join the tribe at healthcoachescommunity.com. This webinar is in partnership with the community, and you will find a lot of cool coaches that are happy to help you, that are more experienced than you are. You will find Malin, who is very kind and will help you with anything you'd like. And they also have this Facebook and Slack community where you can ask questions, and you can also find me there for questions as well. If you have questions, I'm here to answer them. I will wait at least 1 minute to make sure that everyone got to this part. I'm gonna drink some water. If there was too much information for you and you don't have any questions right now, that's fine as well. You can always email me. If a question pops up, you can email me at mihai@mihaiherman.com, or you can, if you're a health coach, you can find me in the Slack community. There might be a lot of information, but the moment something pops up, email me and I will do my best to answer you in up to 48 hours. I hope you like the little doggy. Okay, if no one has any questions, this was it for tonight. You can find me via email and wait for a link to my next webinar. Thank you.